Time will tell.
Yeah, who came up with that? It's the stupidest thing. Time. So I mean, I know what it means, but who came up with it? Is it an older saying? Is it a newer saying?
It's been around for a long time.
Well, only time will tell, I guess. Time has told.
I wonder if Google can tell the time will tell.
Yeah, but when Google tells the time, where is the central time? Isn't the central time Big Ben or some shit like that? Is that it? Is that
Look, kids, we know Big Ben.
Parliament.
You know what would be freaky?
Yeah.
If when we are out, and this is to recording, we come back and listen, and we can hear voices that's not ours.
Oh, I guess time will tell.
That would be freaky.
It would.
Who would be speaking?
The people from the voices.
From the voices.
Yeah.
That show.
Yeah, sure.
The Voice.
Yeah. It's more than one voice, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have called the voice the voice.
No.
It should be the voices.
The Voices.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my idea is...
here we go.
So I've got two ideas. I'll tell you one idea that I have.
Tell me the first one.
First one.
Actually, tell me the second one.
Well, I'm gonna choose to just tell you which one I wanted to tell you anyway.
Okay, I'm just gonna have some refreshing aqua.
Refreshing aqua. H2O. I'm going to. I would like you or us to read out some excerpts.
Sure.
Who made up the word excerpt?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah,
excerpt.
Either one of these books.
Okay,
so
either one of them.
Either one of them. So you can read out.
Is this the first idea or the second idea?
It's the idea that I'm presenting first.
Right.
So you can read out the titles of each. You hold them.
Okay, here's the books. Right. Okay, we'll just go with the first. All right, Cults in America by David Hanna. He's got a girl's last name. Okay, so the second book.
Actually, before you go on, describe.
Oh God, I see the front.
Yeah,
I see the front.
Describe the front cover of Cults in America.
Okay, Cults in America. It's got this guy that looks kind of Hitlery, half Hitlery, half non-Hitlery.
Which half?
I don't know. This other dude has got an X on his head. He might be an X-Man. He also looks kind of like a vampire.
Nazi vampires.
It's a different dude. There's the American flag behind, sort of cutting this guy's head off, which is kind of cool. There's a sign held up by some weird woman saying, "Parent beware, they want your children." I'm guessing there was more to that sign than was on there. And there's a person of color doing the Hitler the hand thing in the air.
Ah,
yeah.
What is that called?
It's a Nazi wave.
I see.
The back of the book. John Travolta fucked Michael Jackson. See? A picture of some Michael Travolta on the back. It says, verbatim, America's mad messiahs. They can be found everywhere, from the sidewalks of teeming cities, yeah, to the jungles, I can't even read that, of Guyana. Is it Guyana?
It is now.
It is now, Guyana. They are the self-styled prophets, the charismatic leaders, the money-grubbing gurus who attract the fanatical following among the innocent, the vulnerable and the ignorant. Cults in America. This is the book that tells it all. Who the leaders are, how they operate, why our country has become the breeding ground of some of the most bizarre cults in history. God bless.
What a brilliant excerpt.
Printed in the US of A. So, yeah, that's...
So there's one.
Trash. Now, book number 2, Line of Duty by Ernest, the T. Can't really read... Yes, I can. It's by the author of Shaft, not my Shaft. I guess he wrote Shaft, so it was his Shaft. Ernest Tidy Man. I didn't really want to read his last name because it makes me upset. The hunt was on for a killer cop who hired out his services and his gun. ... I guess the dots. That looks rubbish.
So explain what's happening on the cover of that book.
Oh, there's a cover. All right, so there's a cop. I guess he's the line of duty. It's a skeleton head. He has a tongue though, so that doesn't work. Wearing a hat. I guess it's a cop wearing a hat. He just fired a gun. There's two normal cops with normal heads. I don't know, one of them looks kind of robotic. The gun smoking, not a cigarette, but smoking from a previous fire of a gun. That's pretty much it. I'll read the back. He's a cop. He'll take your money and curse your guts at the same time. Cops aren't like the other people. Huh? They have their own world. ... I'm not reading the rest of that.
Please do. No. Please do.
Have you read it?
No, I have not. Would you like me to read the rest of it?
Oh, it's got a lot. The police at the 5th District headquarters, the station for the most explosively violent area of the city of Cleveland, were having a rough night. Oh, poor people. A religious nut turned sniper in the East Side ghetto. An informer died after a visit from a cop. The truck driver had his load of bourbon lifted. This hurts my head, by the way. The 15 major hijacking in a few months and a black flat. Nope. Nope, you've read it.
I have not. I have not.
Okay.
I saw the cover.
I'll rewind.
Please read.
Okay, I'll start with here. The 15th major hijacking in a few months, and a black fag was beaten to death in a police cell. I shit you not. I'm reading this.
Damn.
Okay. As tension and terror mounted, Inspector Michael Gorman of the Gormans, the Gorman clan, began to fear that the killer he was pursuing was one of his own men, a ruthless assassin shielded by the policeman's badge he wore. ... There's a lot of dots.
Wow.
Burn it.
And what's the third book?
You knew what the third book was called. You asshole. Okay, so the third book, book number 3, after 2 and 1. The Great Seaman of Elizabeth I by Brian Bevan. The Great Seaman. This cost you $3.30 apparently.
It did.
Yeah, The Great Seaman of Elizabeth I.
Any excerpts? Oh, we're missing the dust cover, hey?
By the same author, the real Francis Bacon, not the fake Francis Bacon, the real Bacon. Kind of like, you know how you can get fake bacon, faken?
Yes.
But this is the real Bacon.
Vegans.
Kevin's son.
Vegans or vegans?
Another book was James the second. Doesn't make sense to read it. I was James the Second's queen. What's the second's queen? All right, the third book, King James the Third of England. Okay, and Nelguin. That was his 4th book by Brian Bevan. Almost had a heart attack. Cool. I don't want to read any of them, but let's go with Line of Duty because that seems the most that book.
So, thank you for reading that, Rick.
My pleasure.
My second idea, which will probably be better suited for someone who has not played something Outbreak.
Okay.
Would be to read out all the past fears.
That would be funny.
Right.
I mean, the past fears that we've currently gone through.
That's right, but not chosen.
Oh,
they haven't been successfully.
So the unpicked fears.
The unpicked fears, yeah. So, you know the game Gallagher, how you go through a few levels and then you get the special level where you got to get extra points and whatnot. So,
Isn't he the lead singer of Oasis?
Who? Oh, Gallagher, yeah. Gallagher. Nice.
Yeah, good guy.
So it'd be like a special edition episode, so it wouldn't technically be titled because we've already done 6 episodes. Wow. So it'd be like like special edition.
Hey, it'd be a 0.5.
Yeah, it'd be like 6.5. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So that'll be an idea for people to react to our past fears.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was telling one of my friends today about something outbreak, and I sort of described what we do in it, and he said, "So what sort of fears have you had before?" And I said, "Me personally, or in the show?" And he said, "Oh, in the show." He said, "What's the most outlandish fear you picked?" I said, "Probably the prolapse anus," and he lost his shit, as
well,
somebody
literally
would if they had a prolapse anus. So he listened to 40 minutes of the first episode and he loves it.
Excellent,
So,
excellent.
yeah.
I'm glad to hear.
There's one person in the world that
Yes, that
listens
likes
to
it.
our shit physically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A book insults my eyes.
So I have an idea too.
Okay.
Going with
What do
the
you mean
first
two?
idea.
I already had 2 ideas.
Yeah, that's right. Have
Yeah.
you got no ideas?
No.
Okay. Well, we can each pick one book and then we can read out, say, a sentence each and see how it fits.
That's a great idea.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Should we start with at the start of the book? I think we should.
Yeah, at the end of the book, probably. Yeah, that's a good idea at the start.
Yeah. I mean, if we start at the end, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If we start at the start, then we can guess what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like psychic and everything all over again.
I like those psychics.
So which book are you going to read?
Oh,
I'll let Wook have the first.
I'm probably
book.
going to go The Great Seaman Elizabeth I.
Of course, you're
Brian
going
Bevan.
Great Seaman.
Yeah. I like The Great Seaman.
Mm-hmm. Describe the cover of the book, Wook.
The book is brown.
Look shit.
Looks like my shits.
Hmm.
It's like a baby brown shit, lightish brown.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a tear / tear because they're spelled the same.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, missing the dust cover, but I can still read the title on its spine.
Maybe it was Ooh La La.
Ooh la la. Yeah, so I went back in time and got Brian Bevan's book on seamen. Yeah, so that's a good diarrhea.
So you're not going. What we haven't picked is Colts in America because I'm doing Line of Duty.
Okay.
This sounds. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna. Okay. How will I pick?
I'll be putting a disclaimer on the start of this, so if people get offended,
Too
they
late now.
shouldn't listen.
Say again.
Well, I'll be putting it on there anyway.
I know which ones they are. I'm trying to pick a book. I
Right.
know which one it's going to be.
Okay. Well, are you psychic?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right. So I have picked Colts in America.
Okay.
And what have you picked? The Seaman book.
Yeah, Demon Seaman.
Now, just to give you a heads up, this has got numbers on it.
Numbers.
For some reason, there's numbers down the front.
That's cool. Is it like a height thing, like how high you are?
No.
Not as
because
in intoxicated.
most people are taller than books. Probably not all of them, but...
Well, the second chapter is the Seaman.
Oh, so you want to go with the second
First chapter is the Elizabeth Age.
All right, well, my first chapter is From Here to Insanity.
That sounds
and
insane.
the second, part 2, is Jet Set, Cults of Pills, Pains and Pleasure.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, well, I think we're...
Maybe I should start with the Elizabeth Age.
What part was that?
Part 1.
Part 1. Let's start with part 1.
All right.
So you go first.
So am I going? Oh, so there's illustrations.
Okay.
These are still
I don't have
indexed.
illustrations, but...
No? Okay. No, you know what? I'm going to go straight to chapter 2.
This is like a bedtime story, being that it will put anybody to sleep.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So page 33.
Oh, you're going chapter 2, are you?
Yeah, I'm going chapter 2. Because I want to read about seamen.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what the book is about.
Okay. So, I read one sentence, you read the other.
Okay, hang on. Let me get to chapter 2, because I have
Okay.
to start at chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
You're on chapter 2. Yeah. My chapter 2 is number 53, so that's a big, long chapter.
Mm.
My part 2, or chapter 2, is called Jet. There's a moth. There's a moth. I think I've killed it.
Your fears are come to life.
Okay, so okay, we're gonna go.
Wasn't chapter 1 the road to insanity?
Yep, I'm already there.
Mm.
I skipped chapter 1. I'm already.
Oh,
I'm already in. Okay, go.
Okay, the seaman. Most people rightly think of Henry VIII in his later career as a gross sensualist and cruel tyrant, but they fail to recognise the value of his work in building the Tudor navy.
A collection of his letters written in jail and a lunatic asylum was published recently and immediately became an international bestseller.
As has already been said, Elizabeth inherited her interest in the navy and seamen from her father. What's wrong with us?
I don't know. There's moths here. Is that the end of the sentence?
Yes.
Okay. A big dramatic hit on Broadway a few years ago was titled "The Persecution and Assassination of Marat as performed by the inmates of the asylum of..." It's all capitals. I don't know. Do you have to yell? What? Moth?
Be direct.
I'm direct. Under the direction of the Marquis de Sade. We'll stop.
Henry, when he first came to the throne Henry, when he first came to the throne in 1509, was an attractive personality, gay, brilliant, musical, and ambitious. Hold on. That doesn't make sense. It was an ambitious what? Hold on. Henry, when he first came to the throne in 1509, was an attractive personality, gay, brilliant, musical, and ambitious. Oh, he was ambitious.
Ah.
But he can't be an ambitious.
No, you can't be an ambitious.
You can't be an attractive ambitious either.
No.
They fucked up.
Yes, they did. Well, they fucked up by writing the book in the first place.
This next word's going to give me an aneurysm. Yeah, go.
Oh, okay. The Mad Marquis actually did produce plays at the Charenton Asylum, where he died in 1814.
To Erasmus, he seemed the...
Sorry, roll back.
Oh, it must be a person's name because the E is in capital.
Oh, yeah.
To Erasmus, he seemed the glory of the new age that was unfolding.
He would have loved the Broadway show with its scenes of rape, madness, and perverse pleasures.
Henry, with his histrionic, that's a word.
It is.
A
few of them in one.
Henry, with his histrionic instincts, liked to play the part of an amateur pilot.
Guillotined heads roll on the stage, and the mad woman whips Sade's naked flesh with her long hair.
When he launched a vessel, he would wear a rich vest and breeches of cloth of gold, and a scarlet hose with a gold chain and whistle.
He would also have loved the worldwide recognition which has been accorded him 150 years after his death.
Awarded or recorded?
He says accorded. Which has been accorded him 150... No, not a word.
The king, in fact, had an expert knowledge in ships.
True to his master's philosophy, they follow the simple creed: pain is pleasure, pleasure is pain.
His most famous ship, the 1,000-ton, the Great Harry of Henry Grace Dewar, built in 1514, together with the 3 small barquays, also constructed, cost him 8,700 5S 3D.
Oh yeah, I get my money in 3D usually. 2D money is shit. One ingenious device, police reported, was a box 4 feet high, 2 feet wide, and 20 inches deep, which was locked around a client's head and torso while the lower limbs were whipped.
On the Great Harry, there were 349 soldiers, 301 mariners, and 50 gunners.
How many seamen? It's a lot of seamen.
I'm done.
Yeah, this is terrible. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done.
No,
No.
we can't
We
keep
kept
going.
going. Okay. I'm going to pick another chapter.
I'm still on the same page.
No, I'm not. I'm done. Okay, here's a new chapter. I'll start with a new chapter. I don't want to read about Charlie Manson. I'm good.
Oh, he's the guy with the X on his head.
Oh, the X Manson.
Because he did the cult. The killing cult.
Ah, that looks boring too. Alright, I'm gonna swap books. Line of duty.
Line of duty.
Alright.
We like to shop at the duty-free shop. I like to shop at the duty-free shop.
I like to shop at the duty-free shop. Okay. So who's up? Who's on first? The building smelled like an old bum.
In the Ark Royal, the flagship in which Elizabeth's Lord Admiral Charles Lord Howard, fuck, he's got a long name, of Effingham.
Oh, Effingham.
Served during the Armada in 1588. There were far fewer soldiers, 125 altogether, and 300 mariners.
Dempsey's nose wrinkled in Dempsey's nose wrinkled in a slight sniff of distaste.
During his reign, Henry had the foresight to add 85 sea-going vessels to the navy, thus enabling him to hold the balance of power between the Emperor Charles V and Francis I of France.
Francis I of France. A tall man, slender in a dark grey suit, he moved down the hallway with a quiet control. You can't have a quiet control. You can have... Okay. Full stop.
He was intelligent enough to realise the important part gunpowder would play in wars.
Your book's boring.
I'll change chapters. Well, they got pirates, voyages of George Clifford, third Earl.
Oh my God! Someone started reading this book and thought, "I'm going to save the page."
Oh,
they got up to here.
Oh, where are they up to?
The gun made a dull barking sound, and the smell of burnt powder filled the room, almost but not quite, making the odour of Otto Magnus's pipe.
Okay, Chapter 3, The Pirates. We suspect that Queen Elizabeth retained a sneaking affection for pirates, although she was later forced to take measures to crush or to severely limit their activities.
Severely, I think. Severely is not a word. Good though. Good try. He was drowning in a perfumed sea, sinking into silky depths of coral and green.
Surely she sometimes remembered that handsome rake, Thomas Lord Seymour, the Lord Admiral, who had tried to seduce her with an asterisk.
He seduced her with an asterisk. And an obelisk?
Not a little star thing?
He brushed tangled strands of hair away from his eyes and rolled away from her face. To face a rose-coloured room.
When complaints were made to her of the piratical activities of her seamen on the Irish seas, she may have recalled that Tom Seymour, during the brief reign of her half-brother Edward IV in 1548, had been accused, among other offences, of dealing with pirates.
John.
Okay.
Wow, that was fun.
Yes. That was very fun. That's a good pastime. Speaking of time,
Yeah.
time will tell.
Time waits for no man. So these 3 books go in the bin.
Well, that's good. That's about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think that's
good.
a good episode.
Yeah.
So thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Hook.
You're welcome.
You're welcome?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks for listening to our shit talking.
Ciao, ciao.